Hi guys, you know me, I'm of course John Doe, and I really hope that I know you too. So, what are we drinking today, eh? Well, we're drinking something I have dubbed the Silver Bullet, because due to design of the can there, it reminds me of a Coors from the States. It's got silver lining on it, all that. But it's not like American beer. It's your typical, very dry, slightly bitter. Japanese beer. It's made by Kirin, I think. Yeah, see the Kirin sign there. So let's crack this bad boy open. See how it tastes before we get started. As we are drinking with a Marxist. So, a toast to you, comrades. Yeah. Oh yeah. Very dry, slightly bitter, but it's cheap, and of course, gets the job done. Right? Now we're out today. We're not in my local hood today. Actually, we're in a kind of way far out in Kanagawa. You can see we got a little bit of nature. There's a change, a little bit of water. Nice, eh? So what we're going to get into today is the contradiction of minimum wage. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm all for higher wages for workers. I would never be against that. But what a lot of social democrats and liberals fail to see is the base contradiction, of minimum wage. Minimum wage is not a living wage, number one. It's the minimum amount of money that capitalists have to pay the worker so the worker can even survive. That's not a living wage. So when we talk about $15 an hour in the States currently for a lot of workers, right? Or we talk about here in Japan, which we're going to get into, this whole Abenomics thing where he's going into this big challenge that a lot of media here is talking about, right? Where this tax hike and other plans he's doing economically, will it match the increase in wage? Well, very recently it's come out here in Japan that many very large companies that also have very big unions have made this agreement to increase base salaries, right? So they're going to increase base salaries slightly, and they're going to increase bonuses as well. But that does not solve the contradiction of minimum wage. Let's explain this a bit more. So, when you have wage and you have capital happening at the same time, it's a self-perpetuating system. You are still, no matter how high your wage is, not getting the full benefit of the surplus value. Because no matter how high your wage is, you eventually turn around and give all that surplus value back to the capitalist class by purchasing products that we, the workers, created in the first place. So you see how that works, man, right? And we don't even have control of the means of production. So we're not in control of anything. And we sit there and we talk about, we want the minimum wage to be higher, we want higher salaries, we want more bonuses. That doesn't solve the problem. It still exists. That you are not in control of the means of production. And you were, whatever wage or amount of money the capitalists give you, you go right out into the street and give it right back to them by purchasing things. Purchasing all the things they have commodified. You were still controlled by them. You know? And in Japan it's more interesting. Because recently we've had this tax hike that's coming. April 1st is the first one. There's been several others in the past, but this is kind of a big one. I think it's going up to 8%, and then later it goes fully up to 10%. So to offset that, there's been a lot of discussion recently among labor about increase of wage to match this. So does the surplus value increase? Of course it does not increase. The surplus value is staying the same because a tax hike is going to offset any gains that labor makes from a salary increase or an hourly wage increase or a bonus increase. They're offsetting each other. So no gains are made by labor at all. It's self-perpetuating, like I said. Now, if labor was in full control of the means of production, and we were making the decisions, and we were giving direction to cadres who would then take that to the state apparatus, and the state apparatus would react to that because we are in control of the means of production, then there would be gains in surplus value. But there's not at all. So there you go. There's a contradiction that we see with minimum wage or wage in general. You cannot make any gains that way. It's clear to us, the communist, the Marxist, the socialist, that the only way to truly make full gains with extra value or surplus value is if we are in full control of the means of production and we reorganize society and the state apparatus to serve us and to be at our will. And the only way to do that is if we seize the power of production. So I hope you enjoy this video. If it's the first time you've seen a Drinking with a Marxist video, please subscribe. You know, you'll get lots of stuff. This is my side channel, you know. But you'll get lots of cool stuff like this from time to time, you know. And always remember, you have been drinking with a Marxist.